Benny Keys. Benny Keys, you want to know how good I am? You know how good I am, Benny Keys? My lawyer just called me. My lawyer just called me and said I have a case for slander. I have enough video evidence on my channel for slander. And Benny Keys, it doesn't matter how many girls you try to put up on your panel. I'm going to take whatever money you have, or if you don't have money, I'm going to see you put in jail. I'm going to see you put in jail. I'm going to see Beth McGee put in jail because Amanda admitted that everything that you said about me was not true. So like I said to Beth McGee, when you come and spend a whole 100,000 on me, or no, it was 100 on me. That was the number that came. 100,000 I spin back to thee. My lawyers, if you only knew. When I had to have my bakery, I had to insure myself, my body, my equipment. If you only knew how much equipment I had way back then, and the lawyers and the police that came in and had free coffee and their special donut that I made sure somebody went to go and get for them because I didn't carry them, but I made sure I carried their donuts to come in and say, "Hi, Kimmy." And when I work late at night, when I had extra dough, pizza dough at my restaurant, let's just say Kimmy made sugar donuts, especially for my cops. So as the lights flicker, the rainbow on my screen, all the little light effects from God saying, Kimmy has been a gift from God. Because I've been a storyteller before. I've seen evil. I have cut people's heads off because I never turn away. That's why I said again when I think I shocked the shit out of Ernie Shell because I said my favorite part was at the end when Rambo, because I can shoot a fucking arrow, hit one limb, the other shoulder, one leg, the other leg, and then walk slowly down a long hallway like I did. So, Mr. and Mrs. Shipley, Mr. Ballin, I was kind of hoping you'd get here before my hubby shuts down the other end of the house. Because I don't know if my body can take me leaving my room to do another late night live, okay? Because I am really trying to gain back 40 pounds that I lost too quickly. And maybe one day Steve Lacchio will come into my life just like this and say, yeah, I understand that my Auntie Sandra did enter your body. But men are just too scared to say, I'm sorry. I know I can do it. I have some people thinking I'm a rock star. But if you only knew the rock stars, that when we would go to hills on the side of bands we went to see in the middle of the rain as it came pouring down, like Colin James, we followed him everywhere. And Colin James was the most sexy and the most gorgeous young man. Because remember, just after that, when they sat us down in a bar in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, we took our kids to see him in Elliott Lake during a rainstorm. And those men played, never getting electrocuted. Because I think when I sat on that hill that day, I absorbed any kind of electricity that would have hurt those men. Because those men knew I was pregnant and found me and my husband center seats. And I think my message is getting out to those guys, those rock stars. Every one of them that knew Kimmy Craig, because my laugh, when you really get to hear me, way back when on one of my videos, is a real belly laugh. Because I squeal. I get, let's just say when we went to comedy clubs, I got to meet the comedy actors going, holy jeez. Because they, even in Toronto at Second City, one of the few times we went away, and my husband made sure he wined and dined me back then when we could afford it. Because unless you see your children being taken up to the stadium and people stopping and looking at my husband and saying things, and me watching these beautiful young rockers, because I'll end the story with, when I first got married to my husband, I was 18, pregnant. When we moved into our second house, because we lived in an apartment where I could see my parents' house, we shoulda, coulda, would have bought that house, you know. But something drew me out to the country. Because at that time I was drinking too much and going out and partying without my husband. And if we hadn't moved to where we are now, I don't think our marriage would have held up. Because my husband loved me enough to, after we got into a car accident, going to take me to work to Tim Hortons, Baker's Dozens, and everybody got to sue and get real big money, but we got enough to put a down payment on a house. And that's how we bought our house. So even then, when I almost, never mind, right? All I know is my daughter, my little girl, was in her car seat. And something said, put on her raincoat just like the one that Paddington the bear had, just like the doll she carried that was my husband's, that I made him a raincoat and the rain hat. I put her rain hat on, his rain hat, and within seconds, if I hadn't done that, the glass that came through and the glass that we found in her pockets, I don't even want to think what it would have happened to my little baby's face. So people, when you get this thing that says, wait a minute, stop. SP heard my voice when I said, SP people are being mean to me, right? SP. And I didn't have to pay her. But now I realized, as the lights flicker, like the police officers I loved. My email is on the back of my channel profile. It's kimmydoolittle21@gmail.com. Because like my names, I'm either Kimmymonster or Kimmy Doolittle. Which one do you want to meet? The monster or the Doolittle? Everybody put Kimmy Doolittle in a cage. Because I tried to tell you I live with manic depression. I survived darkness. I saw the light. And maybe, or no, you know who you are out there, and you will know what money leaves your channel and goes into the channels that I believe in. Because most mornings now I wake up and I'm getting a few emails from those that do care about me. But I wonder if I'll ever break 100 people, 100 subs. Right, Pendar? Right, Pendar? Right? I see you guys. I see you. Go in other people's chats and do whatever. And be you. And if I see you in there, don't be ashamed because I say hi. It's like I'm saying hi, I see you. But if you come into my channel and try to say, I don't see you, from Canada, from the Great White North in 15 minutes. I think I said fuck you from the day I was born, because remember, blood births come from other planes, paths, religions, because every warrior was a blood birth. Because most of the time, either the mother died or the child died, right? Right, Mr. Shipley? Right, Mr. and Mrs. Ballin? To write to all the warriors out there? Because I see Benny Keys is jonesing for drug money. And that's why his sister took her life. Because she couldn't stand seeing what a fucking fool. And that's probably why she threw up too. And why a couple of days, when I haven't gotten drunk in years, I walked holding my walls like I was fucking drunk. So if you don't think I'm an empath and I don't see or hear and hear things, stop going into the mountains and killing that blue giant, right, Mr. Ballin?